Welcome to Tokyo, Japan's capital. It's high on the travel bucket list for many, but what's in it for us anglers? Beyond being the home of some of our best loved and most iconic tackle manufacturers, what are the fishing opportunities like in and around the world's biggest city? I was lucky enough to have the chance to head out to Tokyo on a work trip. With a few travel rods squeezed into my case, let me see if I can shed a little bit of light on this question. Alright, so I've reached today's spot. Today I'm fishing around Tokyo Bay. We're doing some saltwater fishing. The reason for that is because I'm staying relatively close to here for the next couple of days. But when I say relatively close, this is the biggest city in the world, right? So it's a 2.5-hour walk, but I came by subway and it took me just over 40 minutes. I'm actually near to Tokyo Disneyland here, and I'm going to be targeting black Japanese sea bream known as chinu. Before I got here, I popped into a tackle shop to ask a few questions, and the guy directed me to this spot, and he pointed out a few good baits for me to use for the chinu as well. So I've picked up a couple of soft baits for that, and the guy in the tackle shop told me to go for natural colours, so that's what we're going with today. And I've rigged up with one of these to start off with. Some kind of soft worm. Ooh, soft crab imitation. I'm going to start off with the ultralight setup as well, mainly because this is a brand new rod and I want to give it a try. So this is the St. Croix ultralight travel rod. It breaks down into 4 pieces. It's a really nice little rod. And I bought this for trips that are not specific fishing trips where I have to get whatever rods and gear I can into the case. I've got a medium set up already, but I wanted something really light that I can use in situations like this. And I'm really excited to use this rod today. It might be a little bit light for this fishing, but we're gonna start off with it and see how it goes. If not, we can switch to the medium setup. There are also sea bass to target here, but I've only got a couple of hours before I've got to get back and do some work today. And I think that for sea bass, the best time is early in the morning or as it's getting dark. Maybe I can try for them if I get a bit more free time later on in the week. But I think that's enough talking. I've got about 2 hours. Let's go and see if we can catch something. If I can catch any fish today, I'll be over the moon with that. No, it's okay. You do your thing. Thank you. This time of year, the chinu is eating the crabs and shrimps and things, so that's why I try the soft baits.
So this kind of game, bottom one game is not famous in Tokyo.
Oh, really?
Osaka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Osaka Yodogawa River.
Yeah.
Is a famous place for this kind of game.
Okay.
Yeah. So this Tokyo fishermen use for this kind of metal vibration.
Well, let's see. Let's see. I'll try with this first.
Yeah.
If I catch something good, sure. Which one? I'll tell you if I catch anything.
Thank you.
It's actually really dirty along here, which is very strange to see in Japan. But it's obviously the rubbish that's coming up out the sea and out the river. Okay, I've switched over to the medium setup because I needed to stick a heavier weight on. I want a bit more casting distance. I've got about an hour left before I need to get going. We're in the middle of November now. It actually gets dark at about 4:30 anyway. So I'm gonna give it half an hour more doing this, trying to catch trying to catch a bream. And if we don't get one, I'm gonna switch over to a different bait and see if we can get a sea bass instead. Only got about 20-30 minutes left. Let's switch things up. Let's see if we can catch a sea bass. I'm gonna switch to this little lure that the guy in the tackle shop sold me. So that was it, a blank. To be honest with you, from the very first moment I got there today, for whatever reason, just didn't feel like it was going to happen. And I think confidence is a massive thing in fishing, particularly when you're fishing new places or new methods. If you don't feel like you're going to catch something, I don't think you then fish very intentionally, and you don't work the lure as well, you maybe don't try as hard, and I think that was me today. So I've got to criticise myself a little bit for that today. I saw the guy that I met earlier again, asked him if he'd caught anything. He hadn't, so that makes me feel a little bit better as well. but it is what it is. Now it's time to get back on the Tokyo subway. It's getting to rush hour, so that could be an experience. And I've got to rush back to the hotel because I've got some work to do this evening. But tomorrow is Saturday. I've got a day off, no work to do. So I'm gonna explore the city a little bit more, hopefully find some more urban spots, some cool spots. I've got to say, I didn't love that spot today. It was kind of dirty, which is a surprise for Japan. You never really see that, but I'm not blaming anybody because there's nothing they can do about rubbish washing up on the shores from the river. And also, I don't know how this is gonna go down, but I've got to say, sea fishing when it's windy has probably got to be my least favorite kind of fishing. It's just horrible. The wind's battering your face, you can't cast anywhere, you can't control anything. So it makes me sound like a bit of a cop out, that, doesn't it? But I just don't like it. I don't enjoy it so much. Anyway, that was a pretty negative chat to say that I'm out here in Tokyo and I'm fishing here. So let me shut up now, get back on the metro. Let's go again tomorrow. Let's see if we can catch some fish. Maybe some different methods, different target species. Let's do it. Alright, it's another day here in Tokyo, and my first stop for today, I've got some quite interesting plans. I'm going to head to a place called Ichigaya Fish Centre, which is a fishing pond right in the centre of the city. It's a paid pond, and it looks really interesting and really different. So I'm going to jump on the Ginza metro line now, head over there, and see what it's like. Subway stations and the trains in Japan are like eerily quiet. It's silent when you're on the train, even if there are a lot of people. And the idea is that you're not annoying other people by being noisy. And I get that, and I think that's cool that they're so considerate of other people, but it feels a little bit inhuman at times to me. Like, it's a bit eerie. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's alright to chat a little bit on the train. You shouldn't have to be so reserved. I get it, it's a big thing here. So when you're travelling on the public transport in Japan, you've got to be really considerate about how much noise you're making, and particularly talking on the phone is a no-no. This is it, this is the place. Let's go see what it's all about. Okay, so this is really cool. I was worried it'd be really busy today because it's Saturday, but it's not too busy. I've got a nice little spot in the corner. You pay by the hour. I've paid for 1 hour, but the guy said he'd give me an extra 45 minutes as a gift, which is really cool. So I've got an hour and 45 minutes. I paid 1,200 yen, which I think is about £6.50, around maybe €7.50, nearly €8. The bait's included. He's given me a little tub of like pellets with 1 or 2 grains of corn. And here we are. And around the pond, just knocking around the pond, you can see quite a few carp. I've seen 1 or 2 up to about £4 or £5 in here as well. That's a very unique, very different kind of place, but a good experience. And let's see if we can catch one of these carp out here. I'm gonna throw in a couple of freebies. I'm not sure if that's the done thing. Oh, they float. The little pellets float. Look at that, they want it on the surface. There's a couple of really sorry looking carp in there that have been caught loads of times, and they can't even get the bait in their mouth because their mouths are that messed up. Oh man, it's kind of sad really. I've got one. Okay, that's my first That's my first. Oh God. That's my first Japanese fish. And he won't stay still. A slimy. Oh man, he really won't stay still. A very slimy little carp from Ichigaya Fish Centre, and he's desperate to go back, so I'm going to put him back. vertical switch is really paying off. There's another one. It's so cool here with the train going behind, look. And I've mastered the technique now, catching loads. I took the weight off and I just fished the pellets on the surface, and that is the key. And the fish go crazy when you get them out of the water, so I'm not going to keep him out for long, but I think that's number 4, maybe number 5. Let's get him back in. And that was a really fun way to spend an hour. I'm a bit concerned that I absolutely stink of carp and slime now, and I've got to get back on the metro. And Japan is probably the most well-dressed place I've ever been. Everyone always looks perfect all the time, so I'm a bit self-conscious about getting back onto a crowded metro stinking of slime and carp, but it is what it is. Anyway, that was a really cool experience right in the heart of the city. Okay, not the most wild or the most humane fishing in the world. Some of those carp had obviously been caught so many times that they basically didn't have a mouth. There was one fish in particular that kept trying to take baits, but just couldn't get anything in. There was no hole for bait to go into. But anyway, I've had my fun there, and now I'm going to get back down to the bay and see if we can do a little bit better down there this time. Alright, so I'm down at my next spot. I took the subway along here, came out in some kind of residential area, and then walked through like a big park. And I made it here. I'm on the big river, which I always forget the name. It's called the Arakura River or something like that. Probably 2 or 3 miles upriver from the sea. And I've come here to target sea bass, really. I guess there's a chance of a bream, you never know. And I chose this area basically because I was having a look on Google Maps and just trying to find somewhere that had a few features. I was looking for like a small river that flowed into the main river, a few inlets and things like that. And along here there are a couple of locks, a couple of small inlets. I did hope that I could fish along the little river, but as I walked along there were plenty of signs saying no fishing, so that was off. And honestly, when you come to a massive city like this, you can explore and explore and explore for hours. And a lot of the areas that you get to are not going to come up trumps. A lot of the water here you just can't get down to anyway. And then there are plenty of areas that are off limits for fishing. So it's very, very hit or miss. So my plan for now is to fish along this river. As I mentioned, about 2 or 3 miles downriver is the sea, and I've got a couple of spots pinned there anyway that I researched before and have been recommended. So hopefully I can fish all along this stretch, have a go. Maybe not as many anglers along here, which might be a good sign or maybe not a good sign. And then my plan is to end up at the spots that I've pinned right on the sea as it's getting dark, and maybe I've got a good chance of getting a sea bass then. But yeah, I feel better. I feel more confident here. It just seems a bit of a nicer area. I don't mind urban fishing, but I prefer urban fishing when there's a bit of greenery around. And along here, there's plenty of that. It's quite nice. It feels like a bit of an escape from the real centre of Tokyo, and it's a little bit more residential here. But are there any fish? We'll soon find out. Suzuki? No. No.
Where are you from?
From England.
England?
Yeah. Thank you. Made in Japan, yeah? Oh, cool. Yeah, it's cool. And you fish for chinu? Or haze? Oh, okay, okay. It's like some sort of goby. And it's for eating? Ah, sushi. Good luck. Let's switch to this, a nice shiny jerkbait with a good rattle. Let's give a slightly bigger jerkbait a go. Why not? That one did me a few peacock bass in the Amazon, so why not a sea bass in Tokyo? It's a bit different, I know. There are so many people fishing along here. It's obviously a good spot. I've been trying to keep an eye out on the lures that they're using, and it's generally a mix of jerkbaits and minnows, but the majority of people are using blades. And I'm not really sure why the guys in the tackle shop didn't recommend that to me, but yeah, a lot of people are fishing with them. I really desperately don't want to lose this lure because I really like it. It's not really a saltwater bait, this, and it's a little bit heavy for the gear I've got with me. Nope, I don't like it. I'm gonna lose it. I'll go back to the old one. I'm fishing maybe an hour into dark now. It's getting pretty cold, I've got to say. Still no luck, and I still haven't seen anybody else catch either. So I'm gonna give it maybe one more hour, I think. And then after that, I think I'll be starving and ready for home. But I don't know, I haven't given up hope yet. I think most people are fishing bigger. Was that a touch? Or was that a rock? Was that a touch? Or was that a rock? Oh my god, there's a raccoon. I've just seen a raccoon. I thought it was a cat. Ugh. Come out. There he is. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, look at that. Raccoon. I don't know if I've got that on camera or not. I had no idea there were raccoons here. So I'm back at the bridge again. This is the last spot for today. I'm absolutely freezing now. I'm dying for a big hot bowl of ramen, to be honest. But it's a really cool area there. So if we catch one here, that'll just make it complete the day. So that was it. We didn't manage a sea bass, unfortunately. As you can see, I'm back at the hotel now. To recap the day, honestly, I'm not that annoyed that I didn't catch today. Yesterday, I was fishing badly and I only had myself to blame. Today, I don't think I could have really done any more. I was fishing in a spot that must have been good because there were plenty of people down there. Tactics-wise, I don't think I did anything wrong. I put lots of effort in, casting up and down that stretch. It just didn't happen for whatever reason. And you know what? With travel fishing, when you come out to a city that you've never fished in before and you've got limited time, that's really normal. I wish I had more time here to properly explore the area, but I'm here with my girlfriend on a work trip and I'm just having to squeeze hours in as and when I can. So it is what it is. But in the absence of fish to entertain you, what can I do that can be of some value to you watching this video who might be thinking about coming to Japan or maybe Tokyo and thinking about fishing here? Well, I can share my spots with you. And I don't think that's something that's going to annoy the local anglers because all of the spots that I've been to are clearly very well known already. So if you're coming to Tokyo, this might save you a little bit of planning time. And to be honest, my biggest piece of advice for you if you're coming out to Japan to go fishing or just traveling really is get out of Tokyo, I think, or don't spend too long here anyway. It's a cool place to experience traveling and fishing in, but honestly, I think Japan's got so much more to offer, so don't spend too long in Tokyo if you don't have to. Give it a go, but after that, get out and find somewhere that's cooler. Anyway, I'm absolutely starving, so I'm gonna get myself in the shower, tidy myself up a bit, go outside and find myself a nice big hot bowl of ramen to finish the day. Thanks very much for watching and see you next time.